And now I'm back here, trying to figure out how to get this body down. Clearly, me and Kim cannot aim at all. So, we gotta find some harbor people to help us. I want to try that jump again, even though I did it very recently. I want to see if it made any difference whatsoever now that I have the prompt that's telling me like, hey, go mess with that thing. So yeah, the last time we tried it, I couldn't jump at all, and it cost me some health the first time. And then I tried it again recently, and it didn't let me either. So let me see if anything changed now. If nothing changed, then whatever. We'll go back to the roundabout and see what's going on. If any new people have showed up, if anyone's saying anything new, we'll be able to find out. Okay. This change?
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
No, it's still the same, and it's still locked. So I'll leave that alone for now. Let's go to the roundabout. Real interesting stuff going on now with this body. Why would anyone even help me take this down? Like, we have to be offering them money or something, right? We're not just gonna show up to people and be like, hey, take this down for me. They'll just be like, yeah, of course, why not? So if that was the case, people would have done it by now. Well, actually, maybe they wouldn't have. Maybe the Hardy Boys made sure no one did. Just maybe. Alright. Get over to this roundabout. Where are the trumpets? Where's my music? Yeah, there we go.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
I assume from day to day, the dialogue is not really going to change much. Maybe for some characters, but for these general characters, I assume it's going to be the same no matter what. Alright, is there anything else here? Anyone new? This lady's still here, right?
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music, her eyes looking at nothing.
Let's bother her again.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Absolutely nothing. Hey, you big guy. Wanna help?
Right to work! Right to work!
Nothing. Ooh, I remember. I got something new to be able to talk to this guy about the armor, right?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? The little boy had the good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Right.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cups in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
It does. So yeah, what did you
I
learn?
learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Yeah, what is it?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea.
How did he do
I
that?
believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing, the gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Yeah, what about the legs?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Okay, you sure about that?
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Yeah, let's at least find something.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
So Kuno got you to get scared.
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Oh well, thanks.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Show you the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Alright. Measurehead got anything new for us?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Nothing new.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
I mean, yeah, we have the roofs, but I have, like, my odds of doing that are absolute garbage. So, it's probably not where we're going. I kind of want to try the physical instrument again. Let's see what's going on here. Where's my tank top? I think this is the best it's gonna get.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
42%? Come
You
on.
have really let yourself go.
Please. Come on. You know what? Also, let me go buy some health items real quick before I do this, because last time I did it, I'm pretty sure I was close to dying in the middle of the interaction. Might as well do this too. And I don't want to spend the extra skill point necessarily right now. Bringing this up. For now, I'd like to have one skill point sort of on backup so that I can use it whenever I need to. Oh, you got some of
A
that healing?
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various...
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Let me get a second
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
one. Ooh, +3. Do I need magnesium? I don't think so. I'll leave that alone for now. Man, I really don't want to subscribe to that guy's conceptualization or whatever the prompt was, just to be able to get to the harbor. Because I'm unathletic and I'm physically just completely useless. Please give me the option to pass this 42%. Oh, who am I kidding? We already know what's gonna happen, but you know what? Let's see. I love seeing it happen.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
Alright,
You
come on.
have really let yourself go.
Oh, uppercut!
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent.
Is Kim reaching for his gun? What's Kim doing?
All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
I good for a right hook? Yeah, his guard's down on the left side. Hit him with the right hook. Oh god.
Oh God, wrong move. Your head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jaw.
I can't pass without it having a by the way, right? Every time I pass something, there has to be some sort of nonsense going on.
You know the words. I am a degenerate drunk.
Man, and he's got me in like the big brother, like, you're all the way over there, you're never gonna touch me situation. Never.
The compression is unbearable. This is causing some serious damage to whatever precious, gelatinous thing is inside there. Your sight turns red.
It must be neurodegenerative. You never learn.
What? It just lets me right hook him again? Do I get greedy? Do I do it? I don't want it.
It has happened again. The Titan has your fist locked in his hand, and he's twisting it.
Another fit of criminal rage. Who are you, in your own words?
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed.
Your hand twists in his grip, and the pain blinds you. Still, you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now go before you enter cardiac arrest.
Man, do I really gotta subscribe to his theory?
Please, stop doing this. You are making us look bad.
I guess so. There's nothing else I could do, really. Man, why couldn't I just get the pass and the game just be like, alright, here you go. Alrighty. I guess it's the only way forward.
Your race descent has only worsened.
Yeah, I understand.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is called to this stuff.
Measurehead, I'm new. Help me understand races. I'm sure you're just a wealth of knowledge.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
You already saw me try to knock him out, Kim. It didn't work.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices.
Yeah.
Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
Lay it on me, come on. Red pill me about the races.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races.
Yep.
Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Give me all of them. Type A.
Those are the Simonese,
Of course they are.
Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Alright. So who are type A?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities.
Okay.
The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And the Seminoles?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminoles and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Retrograde. This guy's no better than like an astrology obsessed person. He knows what planets are in retrograde and the races too. What's the difference?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminoles are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Semeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite super race.
Or super
That
race.
is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Sure. That's IB.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Yeah, I've been trained to identify them as white.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you
What?
will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
What's the degeneracy of potato?
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recorded history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Yeah, there's.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
I was gonna say, by the way, this is not the time to try to learn the world's history from this guy.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity.
Alright, and type C.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Alright, whatever you say.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Nope. Now you got my diploma for my advanced race theory.
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you help me get that body down?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
I have a feeling, Kim, we've tried everything we can. I tried to jump to my coat, didn't work. I tried to knock him out. I hit him, and then I made the bad decision of getting a right hook. That didn't work.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously, the lieutenant thinks? Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
Don't worry, Kim. We'll be okay.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Alright.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Oh yeah, Zeros. You got here late, but you missed it. We hit him. And I actually passed a sub 80% check. And then it asked me what my follow-up hit would be. I went for the right hook. And he messed me up. So now we're subscribing to race theory. Let me see this again. Yeah, it's just because I keep saying none of the above, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Kingdom of Conscience.
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring these?
Incrementally.
Right.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day.
Dolores.
She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
Okay, but what are you talking about?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
I'm still a little confused what he's talking about. Is he talking about some kind of like Nietzschean idea of creating our own morals or something? Is that what he's saying? Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national, post-industrial, post-ideological, even post-sexual. Moral philosophy. Right. Meaning like Is he talking about like an objective philosophy to try to help people? Because the other thoughts were telling me stuff, fascism, about Bruder and Humans, and then there was the big communism. There was another one, I don't remember what it was, but now my empathy is telling me that we need to introduce into the world some sort of gradual creating of morals. You can always opt in, but not internalize. Okay, I see. I'm curious as to what this means, so let me hear it a little more.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Right.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Rivershaw. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Now, what I do need to internalize is this race theory. Unlock a new slot. That's right, I need an extra point. Am I able to just get rid of one of these for it? All endurance weight checks unlocked for to get this work. I don't think I have any endurance checks. Let me double check that real quick. Oh, it costs a point to forget a thought too. Okay. Either way, I do want to run through these real quick. Okay. So I still need to gain another point, so might as well, let's go back to Kuno and tell him why you lied to us. Gotta keep gaining some XP. Does this guy have a new thing now that I'm trying to subscribe to Race Theory? No. What about the other races?
Looking for something?
No. Hey, Kuno, you lied.
Fuck does Kuno care? So?
I mean, true. Oh, we got the new skill point. Great. He said thank you.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here, Patterson Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Remember, no matter what happens, Kuno doesn't care. That much we must always remember. Okay. Let's internalize this new thought. Yay, race theory. Alright, how much time do I need to let that pass by for? An hour, 40 minutes, okay. Well, let's see what we can do. Let us go talk to these guys and see if they have anything new to say. Because there was no one new in the roundabout, at least, so... Have I talked to Joyce? Ooh, no I haven't. I will definitely do that. Also, let me throw in a save before my game messes up again. Hey, you.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Of course he's not happy. He never will be. Oh, that's right. My authority is drained right now. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for more time to go by until white morning. Until my white morning internalizes. So let's go to Joyce. Alright, Joyce, here I come. Oh, wait, what was that? Yeah, Heimdall and the wildfire? Whatever. Free XP, right? Yeah, free XP. Hey, yo, Joyce. Explain to me what it means to be in day 2.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Ooh, you know about these tats?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Right, how's this photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Am I able to explore that other
That's
option?
the man who was
Yep.
killed.
So, you do know something.
Better not tie the forestay.
She
that's her
wants
only answer.
to answer.
That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the
She wants to answer the question.
More lessons in basic reality?
Hey,
My
jamais
favorite
vu.
part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is fundamental?
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Elysium? A Disco Elysium?
It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you want a picture of the world?
Yes.
There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
What shape is it then?
We used
Is it
to
flat?
think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revachol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of
Pale?
the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
What do you mean, Corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together. However naive it may sound.
No, it won't. Have you learned nothing from Metal Gear? Everyone's gonna completely misinterpret the message. That we're all on one vehicle. Yeah, I don't have that much faith.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say so.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. This is like some kind of antimatter thing you're talking
The
about?
pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. Remember, we have a cadaver to attend to.
This is part of the cadaver, Kim. You know it is. I'm internalizing thoughts.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
Yeah, what do you mean it's not part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a recent medical episode.
Yes, Kim, but you don't believe in ghosts.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. What do you want to know?
Hey.
Anything.
Alright, Kim, hold on. You step over there and you take your non-ghost friends with you.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Fine.
Yeah, Kim, you enjoy just staring out into the murky water. Let me find out about Pale.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed
Yes.
adamant. Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Yeah, what is an Isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And in Insulinde?
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water.
Okay.
Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
I thought for a moment that there was like confusing just the vast ocean with like a weird jump in reality, but no, it's that they're actually talking about something else.
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
Very interesting. This is one of the best conversations in the game and a testament to the incredible world building. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, it just hit me while she was talking about what the Pale is and how much it would affect people, not only on like an individual level, but societies in general. Like, why strive for so many great things when there's this weird area where reality doesn't exist. When you have a clear, like, sign that there's something that isn't understood and is so far beyond our own comprehension, why bother with anything small and menial? Or at least they would compare it that way to the Pale. Very, very interesting.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
Groovy. Yeah, what's the physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic.
How do you know it exists? How do you measure it at all?
The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
How does travel happen?
Oh, it is so difficult for us. It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path.
Okay.
But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
Hell can damage the mind?
Extensively.
Ah.
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
And what does this feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
And you're not a civilian passenger, are you, Joyce?
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
No wonder she's such a competent person. She has to be able to venture out into the place where numbers don't work.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories. Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange gray-haired woman in her lorry.
Do lorry drivers do this?
Yes. Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
What, send automated delivery vehicles?
You should ask the PAL driver about this. See what she says. That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Are you over-irradiated, Joy?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is entropinetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain. There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
Yeah, and what's this new science doing then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
And if you don't?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much Pale is there?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping?
What do you think, Detective?
It's growing?
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Yeah, what do you mean cover everything?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Ooh, I like that. What a cool line. And what a cool mythos to add into this world.
Why should we just leave and leave, and the world get left behind?
Alright, well, thanks for that. Let's return to reality
Yes,
now.
sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective.
I can see, by the way, why Kim did not want to talk about this.
Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Yes. I mean, you would not, yeah, no. Sometimes I get vague stuff, that's it. Why, are you gonna imply that maybe I've crossed into the Pale somehow?
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
You're right, it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? A powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too powerful, but still they have it coming. I'm worried. I have to say it doesn't sound very liberal. I don't know how you've all survived with it. Who am I to think of anything? That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. Kind of positive way of looking at it, but it's not necessarily the case. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Crow's feet radiate from her eyes.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
I'll handle it.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent.
Yes.
In the meanwhile...
I definitely want to be having Kim around.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
God bless you,
Good.
Joyce.
You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
That was fucking, yo, Kim, that was crazy. You don't know about this Pale stuff? Yo, let me tell you, you don't even know how crazy it is. Right, let's get to work.
Good luck, detectives.
And this is my white morning thing from the dream, right? No reading. I was hoping that it would be the reptilian brain thing. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop, on the corner, and finally, in a matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. Awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. It's my bonuses. 20% zoom out distance. Yay! I can zoom out more. How's advanced race theory going? Another hour. Good. Let's see that zoom out this. Yeah! That's the pale right there. You see all that blackness? That's pale. Okay, wait, so my authority is down. Or my authority, my negative authority is gone now, right? Okay, and if I take that off, now I have my normal level of authority. Right, okay, that's what I was waiting on to go speak to, the Hardy Boys about. So, I'll do that. I wonder, is there gonna be some type of, like, movement around the world that actually requires me to have this much zoom out to, like, pick an orb or something? There has to be. There's no... They didn't do this just for fun, right? I mean, they could have. They totally could have done this just for fun, but I'm assuming this has a purpose to it. So far, everything has had, like, a pretty useful purpose to it, whether it be opening up more dialogue options or something else like that.
Yes.
It seems like there's always been something. I'm still so curious about that smoking lady on the roof. And I want to get up there badly to see what's going on with her. But, oh well. Let me also save. They're having our nice long history breakdown about the Pale, which is much,
Looks
so
like
much more cool, warm
the
building.
circus left town.
Yeah,
But the clowns are still here.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, it's still so low. Authority, godly, 16. Yeah, I'm never passing that.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
What? Ah! That's the one I pass? This is when I pass a check? That's 8%? Alright. Well, I always knew I could do it. I get it, Titus. You're the authority, right?
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops. Drinking beer and sitting around with your... Yeah, your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Oh, these are all so great. No, I like to get drunk and then do racial profiling. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys. No, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, just like you.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started. It was like jam rock now.
Have you clicked on the window behind them? Yes, I believe I did.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Right, vigilante justice always works.
Don't let him drink that. One more push, quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Yeah, it's not about who did it. This is about the victim.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What? Taps his chin with his fist. Did he really do a... I'll kill you. That's like a thing a bully does in a in a cartoon. That's like, you're gonna get it, pipsqueak.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags.
Oh.
A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Interesting.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Yeah, I'm not. I'm taking my luck and I'm keeping it. Yeah. Let me. Hold on. Oranje disco dancer. Yeah. This.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
Oranje disco dancer.
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
They're gonna make me do it.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
I think I know her. Let's cut it. Cut our losses, Kim.
Remember what I said. Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest...
Good one, Titus!
About fucking time.
See, it's a good thing I waited for my authority penalty to go away. Let me save that. I'm saving that. That was a crazy roll I hit. I'm gonna make sure I don't lose that one.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating?
Yes.
Onions. I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I met her after I woke up. Hold on, nah, she knows I don't remember being a cop.
That's manageable.
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
Man, that's it.
This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me is unprofessional.
Kim, it was the same day. We're on day 2, Kim. I'm sorry.
His opinion of you has lowered considerably.
Don't do me like that, Kim. Alright. Well, thank God. I finally passed an actual difficult check. Probably one of the hardest checks I passed so far. I think I might have had one other one where I did that also, but Jesus. Thank God we finally got one in there. Well, now we have to go talk to this victim. And while we're doing that, we're internalizing our advanced race theory we got from Measurehead. So hopefully we'll be able to get all that stuff done. Next one. Hope you enjoyed.